A very healthy and happy morning to all my dear students. Welcome back again to this video where we are going to interact through the words of explanation. Here in this video, I am going to start a new reader from your English textbooks, that is supplementary reader. Before going to start it, let me congratulate you for your tremendous performance in first unit test. Really children, I am very happy with your performance. Let's not stop ourselves doing hard work. With this, I would like to start the new chapter from your supplement reader. That is, the name of the supplement reader is It So Happened. And children, take your textbook and pencil. Sit for watching the video. Now the cover is on your screen. From this textbook, I am going to explain the chapter which is called How the Camel Got His Hump. Yes, children, this is the title of the chapter, How the Camel Got His Hump. Let's see some pictures which I have collected from the textbook itself, from the lesson itself. Those are here. In the first picture, which is down, the camel is sitting and dog is holding in his mouth a bone. Next, in the second picture, horse, ox, dog. Three together, they came to a head of a person, not head, a person, and maybe they are talking here. Now let's move for the third picture, that is, again the same animals visited to meet the jinn. Yes, children, jinn. Magical person who has the power of doing the magic, or else who is having the powers of doing anything he wants. Next, in the last picture, the jinn has met to the camel. Children, in the first picture and in the fourth picture, are you observing any changes? Yes, there are changes. What are those? What was that? See keenly. Yes, that is none other than the hump of the camel. In the first picture, it is not visible. It was not there. Then in the fourth picture, he got his hump. Yes, children, this is only the story of the lesson. And you just enjoy the lesson. There is no reality in the story. It is just imagination of the storyteller. Can we move for the next page? Yes. You can take the screenshot of this picture also. Next, glossary of the first part. Children, I am going you to explain only the first part of this chapter. First page, second page, and the third page. When comprehension check comes, first comprehension check comes, that time I'll stop the video. In the next video, again I'll start from the second part. I hope you are understood. You are understanding also. So, I have also gathered here the difficult words which comes in the first part only. Oh, take the screenshot of the glossary. The first one is thrones. Thrones in a sense, spickle. Spickle in a sense, children, a sharp object. Next, prickles, same. The meaning of the word thrones and prickle is same. Saddle, it is a kind of a seat which is used to hang on the back of horse. Is it? On the back of horse or else camel. Trot, it means here run. Fetch, the meaning of the word is go for. Yoke, this I'll show you the picture also. Yoke is here. While explaining, I'll show you. Farming implement it is. Next, cud, food for camel. Next, idle, workless, stroke, sweep. Now come for the first page explanation. May I start, children? Okay. I hope you have taken in your hand pencil and you sat for watching the video with your textbook also. Now, the title name is How the Camel Got His Hump. The world had just begun and the animals were working for humans. There was one lazy animal that did nothing and said nothing but hump. Children, the pronunciation is different from the upper word from the downwards. There are two words. One is hump, which is part of camel, part body of a camel. Next, one more is which word has pronounced by the camel, that is hump. Yes, hump is different, hump is different. Now, even the clever Jinn, D is silent here, children. Jinn was at his wits' end. So, children, in the first part, we are going to explore these three main topics, highlights of the story. In the beginning, when the world was new and the animals were just beginning to work for man, there was a camel and he lived in the middle of howling desert because he did not want to work. He ate sticks and thorns and prickles, and when anybody spoke to him, he said hump, just hump and no more. Now, children, in the first paragraph, the story has begun with the new world when the world has just started its journey. That time, the animals also started to work for humans. Then there was a camel who was living in the howling desert. It is the name of a desert. And he did not want to work. This camel is lazy camel and he never goes for work. And also always he was sitting and eating the food. And whenever someone spoke to him, that time he used to reply only one word, that is hump. It is hump. And no other words comes out from the camel. And said, Camel, O camel, come out and trot like the rest of us. Hump, said the camel, and the horse went away and told the man. When he was not doing any work and other animals were doing the work, so the horse came and asked him to come with him and work with him. But the camel replied, Only hump. And the horse went away with saddened face, and he said this to the man who is head of that Dorset, who is head of that howling desert. Presently the dog came to him with a stick in his mouth and said, Camel, O camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us. Hump, said the camel, and the dog went away and told the man. Yes, children, after horse, another animal came to approach camel, that is dog. But here also same thing happens with him. He asked him to come with him for working, but he didn't reply any other word except the hump. He said hump, so the dog went away and told the same thing to the man, which you can see in your textbook. Presently the ox came to him with the oak on his neck and said, Camel, O camel, come and plough like the rest of us. Hump, said the camel, and the ox went away and told the man. At the end of the day, The man called the horse and the dog and the ox together and said, "Three, O three, I am very sorry for you." Children, after dog, the another animal has visited to camel, that is ox. And ox was wearing around his neck, that is yoke. I'll show the picture of the yoke to you. It will be easy to you understand. Yeah, this is yoke and this is his plow. This one is used to implement the, this is a kind of sharp object which is used to dig the ground, and this one is a yoke which is used to hang around the neck of ox. I hope you have understood. When ox visited to camel, he said, "Camel, come with me, plow like the rest of me, with me, come and start working with me." But here also same thing happened with the ox, that camel did not reply. He only said hump. And after that, he too went away and he said all the things in front of the man. Then at the end of the day, the man, this man which you are seeing on your screen, and he was the head of desert, that howling desert. So he called all three animals and he said, "Three, oh three." This phrase refers to these three animals. "I am very sorry for you." He said, "I am sorry for you, but I can't do anything to you. But that hump thing in the desert can't work, or he would have been here by now. So I am going to leave him alone. And you must work double time to make up for it." Children, he said sorry and he said here, "I can't do anything." The camel is not wanting to work, so there is no other way. You have to work his part of work. In a sense, the double work which you were doing before. Then these three animals were very sad now. They are completely disappointed with the result, or with the decision of the rishi. This decision of the man. The man that made the three very angry, and they held a panchayat on the edge of the desert, and the camel came chewing cud and laughed at them. Then he said hump and went away again. Presently there come along the jinn who was in charge of all desert, rolling in a cloud of dust. Children, when they were very upset with the decision of this man, they held a panchayat. They were very angry. Why they should do the work of that camel and double work? Who will do? So they were very angry and they held a panchayat. And they called their jinn. Yes, children. Here comes the another character, that is jinn, who was ruling in the cloud of dust, and he was in charge. He was a head, he was in charge of that desert. When all the three animals, when they held a panchayat and they called jinn for that panchayat, when jinn comes, what happens? Let's see in the next lines. "Jinn of all desert," said the horse, "is it right for anyone to be idle?" "Certainly not," said the jinn. "Well," said the horse, "there is a thing in the middle of your desert with a long neck and long legs, and he hasn't done a stroke of work since Monday morning. He won't trot." Children, when Jinn comes to that meeting, horse started to talk with him. First dialogue has come out from the horse. He said, "Jinn of all desert." He respected to the jinn, that jinn of all desert, "is it right to be sit and not do anything?" Then jinn replied, "No, it is not fair." Then horse said, Then there is a thing in the middle of the desert who is not doing a single work also. Simply he sits and eat the food and roam here and there. And he also not coming with us for trotting. Then wave, said the Jinn, whistling. That's my camel. What does he say about it? Children, when the horse was addressing the camel, he addressed the camel by saying the word long neck and long leg. Children, on the basis of these lines, you can understand this story is completely based on the beginning of the world. So still the name has not given to that camel. So that's why he addressed that camel by saying these words long neck and long legs. Then Jin replied, "Oh, that's my camel. What does he says to you when you went to ask him for working?" Then horse replied, "He says hump." What he says here? Hump. And he won't plough. And said the ox. Yes, this line has been, yes, this line, hump. He says hump. This line has been said by horse, and this he won't plough. This has been said by the ox. Very good, said the Jinn. I'll hump him if you will kindly wait a minute. Oh, okay, this is the problem. I'll solve this problem. You just wait for a minute. This is the complete explanation of the first part. I hope you all have understood it. Thank you so much, children, for watching this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask me by sending a message. I'll clear your doubt. Thank you, children, once again. Take care. Goodbye.